We got a crazy beat for you today. This is gonna be a banger, one of our best yet. Like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, get up in there so you can stay up to date with all the content that we're doing. Stay tuned, lock in with us, and yeah, let's get into it. So just starting now, we're gonna jump into it. Simplicity is key. And there's two ways you can build your chords. You can either add ninths and sevenths and elevenths and stuff like that to accent, switch up things and invert notes. Or another little trick that you can do that I haven't shown yet is you can double up the bass octave. So that's one. And this is a trick that works really well with piano. And hear what that sounds like? Well, my cat gets a couple scratches. She wanted to jump up to give her a sign of approval. So we're just gonna clone this. I like the keys that I'm playing. So we're gonna clone the piano. And we're gonna figure out something. That's just a right click. Open it up and then clone. Open the piano notes. And remember, when you're trying to come up with something, the grid is always your friend. Now, since I am a big fan of trap, I'm gonna go ahead and jazz. I'm a big fan of all music, honestly. But I'm gonna go ahead and pick two notes that are back to back. E and F are a half a semitone apart. C and B are a half a semitone apart. And again, slice tool and the grid are your friend. And really just trust your ear with this, you know? So I add some brass. I don't end up keeping it, but you can hear it in the background. So I know I said I wasn't gonna try Murder Beats' new plugin, but I had to see what all the hype was about. Let you guys know whether or not it was worth it. And honestly, I have to give pretty high praises on it. As you can hear, I used it to sparkle up the piano. So this box is the dimension. You're gonna be adding size with the, I don't really know what to call that shape, the hexagonal shape. The ice is gonna go ahead and add a nice bit of crispness and high-end air. Diamond is gonna kind of give it that same kind of texturing. There's also a reverse effect, which is kind of cool. I don't use it here. They do have a high pass and a low pass, but I do end up using DJM filter. I love that plugin. I use it on just about everything. Like and subscribe if you haven't yet. Get down in there, hit the bell notification so you can stay up to date. DJM filter, man, it's like my Frank's or my Red Hot, man. Put that shit on everything. That hot sauce called shit. Cut out the bass notes so that way we can have room for the 808 later. Cut out some of the frequencies around 2 to 400. Get rid of some of that boxiness. We switched it up to a pad. The brass is now gone. We're gonna go ahead and play around with the tempo a little bit. We're gonna go ahead and render out and replace everything. And I wanna get everything to audio as quick as possible so that way I can start playing with it and have a little bit more freedom. At least I feel like. Make sure everything's stretched, so that way you don't warp it when you time stretch it. You're only going with the pitch. Now, I did like how it sounded pitched down, but I realized that it was gonna get really, really muddy when having those doubled up bass octaves and having the 808, it just wasn't gonna work. So I went up instead, and we actually ended up in C sharp minor. Sounds like this. I'm just going ahead to set the levels right now. Goes a long way to making sure you don't get ear fatigue while you're making the beat. Make sure you pitch them all to the right octave. Put some gross beat, go into momentary. If you haven't seen my other tutorial, this is a trial plugin. I'm only in producer edition. So I'm gonna go ahead and export out another layer. Just find a clean section, render and replace, and it allows me to use the effect and transport the effect onto the... Now we're gonna go ahead and add Somatic's new plugin, Diablo. I think that's how you pronounce it. I just have the light version. It's free, but it's great. It has a little bit of depth and some texture to your drums. I'm using it on this clap. I'm gonna go ahead and fill every two-step. And we are in 80 BPM right now. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna double these up. And then I'm gonna put them in double time. So technically these hi-hats are going at 160 BPM. even though we're playing the keys in 80 BPM. Nice technique that works really well here. Again, the grid is your friend. Control U will chop up whatever you have the grid set to. And just pick the notes you want, Control U, click, and you're good to go. So we're auditioning a couple different basses, and you can just left click, go into the file, and you can see, go back and forth between the basses that you used in that channel previously. So there's one way to audition, or another way is to clone it so you can save the bass and then drag and drop until you find a bass that you like. Bass is just too long. End up picking that one, and yeah, we're out. Check the website out, and enjoy your day, man. Like, subscribe, and cop some beats and tea. I'm out.